come in from James. It says, "Hi Anna, R is for remembrance. As you'll see in the photo, we're ready to go to the American cemetery at Madingley and lay the stories of the 448th wreath there. It'll be an emotional time as we've researched the stories of those whose photographs adorn the individual roses." That's absolutely amazing. What an incredible thing to do. Thank you for sharing that with us. I hope it's a really special day. It sounds like it's going to be. So again, thanks for sending that through to us.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. His Majesty Vice Lord Lieutenant of Cambridgeshire, Mr. Damazel, Deputy Chief of Mission Palmer, Vice Admiral Lunday, active duty service members and veterans, distinguished guests, families, and particularly families of the fallen. My name is Dan Woodward, and I am a commissioner with the American Battle Monuments Commission. On behalf of the men and women who maintain these sacred grounds, I welcome you to this Memorial Day ceremony. For 100 years, the American Battle Monuments Commission has had the privilege of commemorating America's armed forces by preserving hallowed grounds like these around the world. We do so on behalf of the American people who trust us to care for our fallen overseas. During this, our centennial year, the American Battle Monuments Commission can say with confidence that our promise to preserve the legacy of our fallen remains unbroken. Commemorations like today's Memorial Day ceremony give meaning to those who answered their nation's call and paid for our freedom with their lives. Here at Cambridge American Cemetery, we especially remember 8,938 buried or named on the walls of the missing. They represent the diversity of our nation, buried together without regard for rank, race, or religion. We know the stories of many of the heroes that rest here, with headstones etched in gold as recipients of the Medal of Honor. But I cannot help but sense that there are many other equally heroic stories here that will forever be known only to God. The tellers of these stories were courageous and proud patriots who entered the chaos of battle knowing just one thing for certain, that to their left and to their right were people who would die for them and for whom they would die. They lie together now. They would not have it any other way. Their stories allow us to fly with them in leathered helmets, crushed hats, oil-spattered goggles, pinned in the freeze string, on missions flown deep and bloody into the heart of the enemy, courageously climbing high into the sun and streaking low into the clutches of death. Their world was one without traditional boundaries or barriers, a vortex instead of earth and sky and flak bullets and bombs. The dimensions of aerial combat were unprecedented in scope and complexity. Together, they won the air. They invite us to join their band of brothers on the ground and stand next to them as they peer through binoculars, caked in mud and blood, with no time for pain. They fought for each other and for freedom from tyranny in bitter and violent battles that spread across 6 continents, never knowing that the soil they were defending was the same soil that would eventually hold them for all of eternity. Valor was everywhere. Together, they won the ground. And they take us with them into the stinging salt spray and ferocious wind-driven mist, with enemies often hidden in the depths, the fog of war ever present on the sea. Battles fought in the most unforgiving of all domains, fiercely defending freedom without borders to guide. Few headstones mark their loss, their bodies more often committed to the depths where they ebb and flow the tides for all of time. Memorials with their names are often their only lasting markers. Together, they won this